Have you forced your girlfriend to watch any more terrible movies?
No, but she actually took me to a small theater recently where they play like old kung fu movies that are really bad. We had a blast, dude. They had an Indian guy in blackface. Like he was an Asian guy, but playing an Indian guy, straight blackface. Oh my god. And he did this move where he would jump up, like he'd go upside down and just move with one finger. Like he would just one finger on the ground, he was just like hopping on it, and like he would go in a circle around you and stuff. It was like, what is this? But there was so much more. Like the main character like loses an arm, and he gets miraculously found by a doctor who can train him at the same time with his daughter. So of course, she's there to be the love interest or something. And then yeah, it's just he has this like whole like Street Fighter situation where he fights like all so the bad guy, he hires like a bunch of people from different places, like Shaolin monks and all kinds of people to like be his goons or something, like to fight for his cause. And they escalate, like they get harder and harder as they go along, right? The bad guys. And
Okay.
there's one bad guy who's like really, he's like the main bad guy, and he's like, he's like half cat, like he's like, "Rah!" He's funny, and like one punch of his will like kill you. Like that's how strong he is, how powerful he is. Yeah, but this guy was just like insane. He's the one who like took that dude's arm off with like one blow. Yeah, so I mean that was the big fight at the end. And this guy, of course, he trained his arm. He put in that one arm he had. He put in fire. He did all kinds of stuff to like become strong, like in that one arm, to make it like what do you call it, indestructible. And like he has this all out brawl with the final bad guy, and obviously he wins and stuff. But it was just such a cheesy, funny, like, oh my god, it was so.
Well,
It
that's what I was
was,
wondering. So, like the good guy, like he like had to fight all these fights with just one arm. Then,
yeah, yeah, he did. He like halfway through the movie, I'd say he loses his arm somewhere towards the beginning to middle, and then he has to like train and come back to like get back to his good health and stuff, and then he had to go back on his journey to find the bad guys and deal with them. So yeah.
I think. Have you ever seen the Kung Pow Enter the Fist?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's that bit where like he's trying to like strengthen up his hand or whatever, and
Mhm.
like his girlfriend like makes him like roll his hand in like glass and then like put it in salt, all this crazy stuff.
Maybe that was based on this scene, because this dude like kept putting his hand in fire like over and then he like just kept it in there, like it turned black and everything. It was just nuts.
Man, I always thought like Kung Pao is such a funny movie that I always thought like more people should like do that where they take these like old movies that probably nobody's going to watch anyway, these like
Yeah,
old silly kung fu movies or whatever, just old movies, and like insert themselves into it and make funny like skits out of it like that.
yeah.
I think Kung Pao is one of those movies though that just flew under the radar, like nobody watched it, but it's like
Really?
it's hilarious.
I but I feel like it has a cult following or something.
I think it might have a cult following, but that's the thing about it's a small group of people that really like it, but mass audiences just did not watch it.
Right, yeah, it makes sense.
But I will say with Kung Pao especially, like the first 5 minutes of that movie, like before they get to the part where they're actually blending in the old footage, are
Mhm.
pretty rough. Like I could see somebody turning it on and be like, "What the hell is this?" and like turning it off before they even get to the good part.
I get that,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, but man, I anybody watching this, if you've never seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, you got to
Wait,
get past those first 5 minutes. But it's fantastic.
does that woman ever say anything besides meow meow meow?
Chosen one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, she does say other stuff, but it's always funny.
Yeah.
One thing that's so stupid, but it makes me laugh. Where she's like, "Chosen one," and it shows him like running like in the field, like towards wherever she is, and he's like, I'm coming, and she's like, chosen one, and he's like closer, and he's like, I'm coming, and she's like,
Oh
chosen one, and then he's further back again, and it's like, I'm coming. It's so stupid.
yeah.
And they do like the whole thing where like the dog barks, and then like 7 seconds later you actually hear the bark. Like the that movie is just, it's so funny. Like, and that guy, like, I don't know if he ever like made another movie. Like, I don't think I remember seeing that guy in anything else besides Kung Pao.
I never seen him again for anything. Yeah.
Man, now I kind of want to watch that movie again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I need to go
Uh,
back and revisit it too. Yeah. There's a lot of movies that I feel like kind of copied it. Like I wouldn't say completely, but like I don't know, would you say Velocipaster is kind of like that? Like he has cheesy fights and stuff, like I think he fights like ninjas and stuff.
oh, I haven't seen Velocipaster. I saw the thumbnail for it, but
Mm.
it could. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a small group of like people like that were inspired by Kung Pao to do like funny cheesy stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine so.